from you now, girl.
Hey everybody, it's Tristan and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am here bringing you guys a review on the new holiday collection by Fenty Beauty. I literally just went to Sephora this morning. I got to the mall as soon as it opened, was the first one in there, and snatched up every item from the collection so I could review it for you guys as soon as possible. And that's what we're gonna be doing today. So I guess without any further ado, we'll get right into the video. Alrighty, so as you can see here, we have our Sephora bag. And in this collection, there is an eyeshadow palette, 3 eyeliners, 4 lip glosses, and 4 lipsticks, and a brush. So let me just get all of this laid out in front of me so I can just easily decipher everything. There is a lot of stuff. Alrighty guys, I now have everything laid out in front of me, and I suppose we'll just go from left to right. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is the new Fenty Beauty eyeshadow palette. Now it is in this beautiful galaxy holographic packaging, and I think this is absolutely gorgeous. This part of the packaging that says Fenty is actually loose glitter. See, I don't know, you probably can't tell, but it gets glitter all over my fingers, and it has all the shades and the shade names on the back here. And when you open it up, it comes protected in this little black box, and boom, here she is. This palette is absolutely gorgeous. Now the actual packaging of the products is not holographic. This is more like rainbow chrome. I'm kind of getting like some oil slick vibes, but either way, it is freaking stunning. But we are gonna see what this palette is all about, how it swatches, how it looks on the eyes, and all that kind of stuff. Now, this is an all glitter palette. So all the shades in here are metallic, so it will be harder to do a full eye look with it. So when I put it on my eyes, I am going to dive into some other palettes that I have just so I can create a full eye look with it. But looking at this, guys, this palette is absolutely beautiful. Now, when I saw pictures of this online when it first was announced, I wasn't really all that like crazy about it. I really didn't know what to expect from it. For one, I didn't know all these were metallics, and also the pictures that they took, it just didn't like really do the palette justice. See, like if you're looking at it like this, like it looks kind of but when you do this, it really catches the color's true essence, so it just makes a huge difference, I think. But from where I'm standing, these colors look absolutely beautiful, so let's go ahead and swatch them, and then we will get to putting them on the eyes. And there are a total of 14 shades in this palette, so I'm going to swatch the first 7 left to right, and then I'll swatch the last 7 left to right as well. Alrighty guys, so I just turned off my ring light real quick so you can see these shades better. It was kind of washing them out, but here are the first 7, and these shades are extremely glittery and extremely pigmented. Now the formula for these are not all consistent. Some of them have a lot more fallout than others. Now these were all swatched with my fingers. Now I don't know if you can tell, but this first one right here swatched beautifully, really pigmented, and not a whole lot of fallout. This one, however, while it is pretty pigmented, it had a lot more fallout, and that was just from using my finger. So just be aware of that. These are like really freaking glittery, so that's kind of to be expected. Sometimes that's just the case with some metallics, but yeah, these are the first 7. Alrighty guys, and here is the second row of the Fenty eyeshadow palette. Now these, in my opinion, swatched a lot better than some of the other ones, and some of these shades have a really cool duochrome effect to them, especially this second one right here. I don't know if you can really tell on camera right now, but it has this really cool pinky gold shift to it. Now this blue one right here is probably the least shimmery out of all of them in the entire palette. It is somewhat reflective, but it's a lot more matte than all the others. But yeah, this is the second row of the eyeshadow palette. Alrighty guys, and now that those have been swatched, we're gonna go ahead and start an eye look so we can see how they work on the eyes. But to start, I'm gonna go in with my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm first going to dive into this shade right here, just as a transition color. Alrighty guys, so here's the deal. I completed an eye look with this palette and using some other ones, but I quickly learned that these shadows are kind of hard to work with. You really have to be careful. First of all, when I was doing it, I had some extreme fallout under here. Like, it was ridiculous, especially when I was putting some of the colors from the Fenty palette under my eyes. It was just all down it. And even the one that I put on my lid, it was transferring a lot down here. So you want to be really careful. And honestly, from what I've seen, I think with these colors, you really have to pack them. You can't just be like swipe, swipe, swipe. Otherwise, it's gonna go literally all over the place from what I just experienced. So I am going to try a new method to this and see if I can get a more clean eye look and make it work a lot more, because what I was doing, I just don't believe I was using these correctly. So I am going to be packing them more and see if I can make it work. So I will say, if you do not like fallout, this palette is not going to be for you. There is a lot of it and it's extremely glittery. Like it's a lot. So just be aware of that before purchasing this. So like we started off with the other look, I am going to go into the Jaclyn Hill palette and I'm going to grab this shade right here and I'm just going to put this into my crease. And I also kind of wanted to restart this look because while I was doing this, my hair was down, and when I was looking down like this, how I had my hair styled would literally just cover up my eyes. Like you couldn't see what I was even doing. So it wasn't really working out. Alrighty, then next up, I'm going to go in with this shade right here, diagonal from the one we just used. And I'm going to pop that a little bit lower in the crease and then blend it out. Alrighty, then next up, I'm going to be going in with this shade right here. I'm just going to pop that in the outer corner of my eye and then start blending that in. Alrighty, and then for the lid, we are gonna be going into the Fenty Beauty Eyeshadow Palette. And for this, I am going to not make the same mistake that I did the first time. I am going to be going into this shade right here, and that is the one that I used last time, but I am first going to get this super fluffy brush right here and go into my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. And I'm just gonna take this and I am going to pack it under my eye, just because I am now aware of the fallout of this palette, and so I am preparing. So I can just swipe this away after. Alrighty, so for this, I am going to take this flat brush right here, and I am going to wet it with some setting spray. And I am then going to take the Fenty Beauty palette, and I am just going to dip right into that, like so. And I am just going to pack this onto my lid. And this is like a beautiful duochrome coppery pink shade. It's really freaking cool. Alrighty, and there we go. I am actually gonna take my finger and try packing it on that way as well, just to see if I can get any more pigment. And personally, I do think that helped quite a bit. And when it comes to metallic and glittery eyeshadows, I tend to use my finger anyways. I hardly ever use a brush, to be entirely honest with you. It's just something that I've gotten used to doing. And the shade that I just used on my lid is Mars on Fire, and it is so stunning. Like, I hope it's picking up on camera, because in person, it is absolutely beautiful and so unique. And I think it goes just so well with the other eyeshadows that I have. And next up, we're gonna take the Fenty Beauty eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to blend out those edges. Then I'm gonna take the other more blunt end of the Fenty Beauty brush. I'm going to go back into the palette. I'm then going to pick up this shade right here, and this is kind of a, oh shit. Be careful, I just like dug the brush into my eyeshadow and it just messed it up. Oh no, here, let me see if I can fix it. S-O freaking S. Okay, that kind of worked. Anyways, I'm going to take the more blunt end of this brush, go carefully into this color, and it's kind of like a really light duochrome pinky color, something like that. I don't know, you saw it in the swatches. I believe it was the last one on the first row of swatches. But I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that into my inner corner just to brighten that up a bit. Then I'm also going to take that same shade and I'm going to put that on the brow bone. Beautiful. Alrighty, I will say that this is turning out a lot better than the first one. So I think packing it is really the way to go. That's gonna be your safest bet. Otherwise, you might have more of a mess going on. But I am now just going to take this same brush and I'm going to swipe away the powder. And look at that, we're Gucci down here. I'm not gonna do that on this side because I haven't done the eyeshadow on this side yet, so I'll do that off camera. But next up, I'm gonna go back into the Jaclyn Hill palette and I'm going to take these two shades that I first used and I'm going to put that under my eye and just drag that all the way across. And then I'm going to take this shade that I used for the outer part of my eye and just put this ever so slightly on the outer part of my lower lash line. And then I'm going to blend this out. Alrighty guys, that is one eye done. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera and I will be right back. Alrighty guys, the eyeshadow is done and this turned out so much better than the last one. I cannot even explain to you how much of a mess that last one was. It was not working out for me. But next up for eyes, we have 3 eyeliners. And I believe these are called the Eclipse 2-in-1 Glitter Release Eyeliner. So you will pat these and then a lot of glitter will be activated through it. So these are the 3 shades. We have Later Crater, Alien Bay, and Nep Turnt. So Later Crater is more of a nude color, Alien Bay is more blue, and Nep Turnt is more green. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all these for you guys on my arm, and then I'll decide which one I want to use on my eyes. Alrighty guys, and here they are swatched on my arm. We have Later Crater, Alien Bay, and then Nep Turnt. So I don't know if you can tell, but they are somewhat reflective just as they are, but the point is you rub them to activate a whole lot of glitter. So we're going to do that right now. So we're just gonna take this Fenty brush and let's see the magic happen. And boom, there we go. As you can see, after I just rubbed that, so much more glitter is shining through. I hope it's picking up on camera just how freaking glittery these are, because in person, this is stellar. Alrighty guys, so for this specific look, I think I wanna go in with this nude eyeliner, and this one is called Later Crater. I just think it'll go really well with the color scheme that we have going on right now. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see how this looks on the eye. Alrighty, and there we go. We're just gonna let that dry real quick. And you know what, it's kind of funny, like, it's obviously like on there, but you can't really tell because it just blends in so much with what we have going on here. But we're still going to take this brush and we're going to pat it and activate some glitter. And there we go, that definitely worked. Now, actually thinking back for this specific look, I don't know if this was the best shade option, but you know what? You live and learn. Alrighty guys, so I just put eyeliner on the other eye, and I think me picking the nude shade of this was a blessing in disguise, because now you can't tell that these are probably the most jacked up, uneven wings you've ever seen in your life. So, but alrighty guys, next up we are moving on to lips, and today we have 4 glosses and we have 4 lipsticks. So I think I'm going to do the 4 glosses first, and I'm not going to do swatches of these on my arms. I'm just going to swatch them all on my lips. Alrighty guys, and these are the 4 lip glosses. Guys, these in the bottle look absolutely stunning. They look like little galaxies in a bottle, which goes with the whole theme of this collection, so I'm totally into it. And so starting from top to bottom, we have these shades. Wow, this is really small writing. Hold on just a second. We have Astronauty, Spacesuit, Plutonic Relationship, and Gal on the Moon. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all these on my lips and we'll see how they perform. Alrighty, so we are first gonna go in with Astronauty. They don't smell bad, they actually smell pretty good. And look at this wand, this is so long. I don't think I have any lip products with a wand like this. Like, this is crazy. But let's see how she looks on the lips. Alrighty guys, and that is shade Astronauty on my lips. These are so freaking beautiful. Now the consistency is very, very thick. Like, I'm gonna be straight up with you, but just look at this finish. Like, I don't know if the camera's doing it justice on just how freaking cool these are. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch the other 3 because I'm excited. Alrighty, next up we have Gal on the Moon. And this one, it looks so cool. It's like purple and has all these insane blue reflex inside. Wow. Alrighty guys, and that is shade Gal on the Moon. Holy hell. I don't know. I can just tell in the viewfinder, like, I don't think this is really doing it justice. This is insane. Like, with every turn of my head, there's just this beautiful, like, flash of reflective blue on this really nice pink base. And I am so living for it. Look at that. That is everything. Next up, we have Plutonic Relationship. This one is very pink and also has some like purpley blue reflex in it as well. And I know I didn't explain what this one looked like the first one that we tried. It's just this really dark, beautiful plum color with some reflex of like gold. But let's see how this one looks. Oh my goodness. Yes. That's all I have to say to this is yes. This one has this beautiful like purpley blue reflex on this obviously extremely just bright, beautiful, hot pink. Like, these are so good. These glosses are so good. I love it. Alrighty guys, and last but certainly not least, we have Spacesuit. And this one is like this really beautiful kind of like gold color with reflex of pink in it. I don't really know how to explain this, but I think this is the one that'll go best with this eye look that we have going on. And looking at this, like, do you see that? It looks like the eyeshadow's patchy or something, but that's just the wing. So, just so you know, don't drag me for not knowing how to blend, because I do. That's just the pale wing, so it kind of looks weird. But alrighty, let's see how Spacesuit looks. Alrighty guys, that is shade Spacesuit on my lips. It is definitely the most subtle shade out of the 4, but it's not even that subtle. It definitely has a nude base with beautiful pink glitter. But let's be real, none of these are subtle. They're all stellar, interstellar, galaxy. Alrighty guys, and last but not least, we have the 4 bullet lipsticks. And just can we appreciate the packaging for this? It's the same as the rest of the collection, but it just looks so freaking cool. But we have 4 of these bad boys. So first off, we have Supernova, and this is what she looks like. It is a neon purple with some glitter reflex in it. Then next up, we have Sci-Fly, and this is a stunning, Tanner just started his car. But this is a stunning, beautiful, like plum burgundy color with some reflex of the same color in it. Hopefully it'll focus. Like, just look at that. That is so beautiful. And I also love like how on the tip of these, it has the Fenty Beauty logo. I don't know if you can really see it right now, if it'll focus. I don't know. Is it gonna do it? There we go, maybe, I don't know. Hopefully you can see it. Next up, we have the shade Gravity. And this is a beautiful kind of darker hot pink color with some glitter reflex in it. Living for it. And last, we have Supermoon. And this is a kind of peachy nude color, also with some glitter reflex in it. All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and get to swatching these on the lips. First off, we're gonna go in with Supernova. I'm sad I'm gonna have to ruin the little logo on the top. Alrighty, and that is shade Supernova on the lips. Oh, yep, the logo's already pretty much gone. It's there right before you use it and then not after. But just looking at this is absolutely beautiful. She's killing it with these lip products. Like, I swear, this is so good. Okay. Love it, Supernova, definitely a yes from me. Alrighty, and next up, we're gonna be going in with Starlit, that beautiful darker pink color. Okay guys, I think I accidentally called this shade Starlit. This is shade Gravity. They all say Starlit on the tubes. Like, I think these are like the Starlit bullets or something like that. But here is Gravity on my lips, a beautiful, just metallic pink. Yes. One, we are going into shade Supermoon, and that's the more like peachy nude color. Alrighty guys, and there is shade Supermoon. Like, it's metallic and reflective, but it's definitely like a more normal wearable color, something that I see a lot more people using. It's so pretty, I love it. Alrighty guys, and last but certainly not least, we have the shade Sci-Fly, and I saved it for last because it's definitely the one that I am most excited to try on. It just looks so cool. I'm hoping that it's as bomb as I think it's gonna be. Fingers crossed. Alrighty guys, and there is shade Sci-Fly on my lips. Stunning. It actually reminds me a lot of the Astronauty lip gloss, but it's not the same. Like, it's definitely different, but it just reminds me like a little bit of it. Like the overall color, but it has different reflex. It's different, I promise. I'm so here for it. I love it. This is so, it's so pretty. And you know what? Just to make it extra insane, I'm going to throw some of this gloss on it just because I can. Oh, those are very different. I think the gloss is darker. Oh my gosh, I love dark lips. This is so sick. I'm in love. Like, seriously, these lip products, insane. Alrighty guys, well, that was all of the products, and so let's review real quick. So first off, we tried the eyeshadow palette, and at first I did have some issues with this, but overall, I think it's extremely beautiful. It's extremely pigmented. The colors are just somewhat kind of hard to work with. You definitely want to pack on the color, and you just don't want to take your brush and just go like all over the place, because glitter reflex will pretty much go all over. And this does have quite a bit of glitter fallout, so if that's something that you don't like, you do not like a lot of fallout or something going all over the place, this palette is definitely not for you. If you don't mind it and you can work with it, then you will really like this palette, I think. The price point for this is $59, which is quite a bit, but there are 14 shadows in this, which is roughly like $4.20 per shadow. And the pans are decent sizes. So overall, would I recommend this palette? Yes and no. There are some flaws with it. The formula isn't really consistent. Some shadows are easier to work with than others, but if you're someone that can work with shadows like a pro and this is no big deal for you, then I think you will really like this. There are a bunch of really cool, unique colors in this, like the one I have on my eye right now. It's a really interesting palette, so I think it's cool. Personally, I do think there is room for improvement on it, so just keep that in mind. It's not the most perfect thing in the world, but it's cool and it's interesting, and you can definitely make some awesome looks with this. And since we're on the topic of eyeshadow, I will mention the eyeshadow brush. It's cool looking, but at the end of the day, it's a brush. It's really nice, but it's definitely not like some super insane, unique tool. I'm just saying, you don't need the brush, but I'll definitely get some use out of it. So that's just up to you. If you think that you would use it, then get it. If not, then you don't need it. And the brush retails for $24. And also the brush comes with a cute little carrying bag, which I literally just found out. So that's handy and definitely appreciated. And next up, we have the 3 eyeliners. And honestly, I really, really like these. One thing that I love about them is how slim the brush is. Like, it was so easy to apply this eyeliner. I loved it. Also, I think the whole glitter activation thing is really cool too. These are a definite hit for me. I really like the formula of these. I like the whole idea behind them. So if there's something that you're interested in, definitely pick them up. And each eyeliner retails for $20 a piece. Alrighty guys, next up we have these boss ass bitches. These lip glosses are stellar. I love them. They are all so incredibly pigmented. They're easy to apply. They are just so unique and so fun, and I love them. But again, all of these have glitter, including the lipsticks. Everything is reflective and metallic, and if that's something that you do not like, you will not like these. But if you're into a wild lip or something unique, then these are definitely for you. These are all so fun. I 110% recommend these. These are just amazing. Also, these bad boys retail for $19 a piece, which in my opinion is pretty worth it for some damn good quality. Alrighty guys, and last up from the collection, we have the Bullet lipsticks. Again, incredibly opaque, incredibly creamy and easy to apply. And the reflex of these are absolutely beautiful. Again, I 110% recommend this to you. And each of these beauties retails for $19 a piece. Honestly, if you pick up nothing else from this collection, I really recommend any of the lip products. These were my favorites from the collection. The eyeshadow palette was pretty good, but once you work with it, it gets easier. Just know that it's not the most first-time user-friendly product. And brush is nice, eyeliners are bomb, but guys, the lip products definitely stole the show for me. They are so good. Rihanna, congratulations. You hit it out of the park with these products. I 110% recommend the Fenty Beauty Galaxy Holiday Collection. But alrighty guys, that is all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and a comment and all that good stuff. Also subscribe if you have not already, and turn on my post notifications so you can be notified every time that I release a new video. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.